All right, everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're going to get into something that might be a little bit anxiety-inducing for some people,
Okay.
but it's super important to know this stuff, and that's property taxes.
Right.
We all know that we have to pay them, and
Yeah.
we all hope that we're doing it right, but what happens if you think you're doing everything right and then something goes wrong?
Yeah.
So we're going to take a look at an article that we found on moneywise.com,
Okay.
and they had this crazy story about a woman in Chicago who lost her home,
Oh, wow.
even though she had been paying her property taxes for over a decade.
Oh, no.
I know, it's shocking, right?
Yeah,
So
that's scary.
we're going to look into this story and see how this kind of thing can even happen.
Yeah, how is that even possible?
So basically, this woman in Chicago, she was paying her taxes every year like a good citizen.
Right.
And she had no idea that anything was wrong until one day she gets this notice in the mail saying that her home was being foreclosed on, and she's like, wait, what? I've been paying my taxes.
Right.
So
You would think you'd be in the clear
right.
if you're paying your taxes on time.
It turns out that way back years ago, there was this one tiny little payment
Uh-huh.
that she missed.
Uh.
And it just totally snowballed into this giant debt
Oh, wow.
that she didn't even know about.
So, they just never sent her a bill or anything?
Yeah, there was some kind of mix up or something. And the city just never notified her that she owed this money.
Oh, wow.
And then all of a sudden, they're like, okay, we're taking your house.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So it seems like a really important point here is just
Yeah.
knowing how this whole system works.
Right.
Because I think on the surface, we think, oh, property taxes, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. You get a bill, you pay it.
Yeah, you get the bill and you pay it by this date. But actually, there are so many different things that go into it.
Yeah.
Like your local government needs that money to fund all these important services, schools and roads and, all the things.
Yeah.
And to even figure out how much you owe, they have to assess the value of your property.
Right.
And sometimes those assessments can be wrong or there can be mistakes made.
Yeah. And sometimes life just happens, right?
Yeah.
You forget a bill or, you're going through something and
Mhm.
things slip through the crack.
Exactly. And, it's so easy for that to happen. That's why it's so important to really understand the system
Right.
and know what your rights are.
So what can we do besides just paying our bills on time?
Yes. Yes, that's a good start. Always important.
Of course.
But there are some other things you can do. First of all, you really want to make sure that you're carefully looking at your tax bill.
Okay.
And any notices that you get
Okay.
from the assessor's office,
Right.
don't just toss it in a pile.
Okay.
Make sure that you're reading through everything.
Yeah.
That the description of your property is accurate.
Okay.
The assessed value makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that the payment amount is what you expect it to be. And if something seems off even a little bit,
Yeah.
don't just ignore it.
Okay.
Call up the assessor's office. Get some clarification.
Okay.
I actually think MoneyWise even recommended just contacting them proactively.
Oh, really?
Even if you think everything's fine, just to double check.
That's a good idea. Better safe than sorry.
Exactly.
But what happens, let's say we do miss a payment.
Right.
What's the best course of action?
So it happens, we're all human. Things slip our minds.
Right.
The important thing is that you catch it quickly.
Okay.
As soon as you realize you missed a payment,
Mm-hmm.
call the tax office and work out a plan to get back on track.
Okay.
And most places are actually pretty willing to work with you.
Really?
As long as you're communicating.
Okay.
And you're being proactive about it.
That's good to know. This has been really eye-opening.
Yeah, it's complicated. But it's important
Yeah, it is.
to be informed.
So for everyone listening out there, what do you think? I mean, you're feeling like you want to go double-check your own property taxes now?
Probably a good idea for everyone.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
It's always better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. And especially with something like this, that can have such huge consequences.
Right.
Losing your home is a pretty big deal.
Absolutely.
So just remember, everyone, a little bit of knowledge
Yeah,
can go a long way.
it's true. And being informed can prevent a lot of headaches in the future.
It really can.
All right, thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you in our next Deep Dive.
See you next time.